What makes lumbar stenosis feel better is actually to open up the gaps. In other words, we're going to flex the lumbar spine by leaning forward, or you can do a pelvic tilt, which is a little harder to see, but it definitely does it. If we look here, when we flex forward, look how the hole or the foramen opens up. Come on, Sam. Open it up. There we go. There's a good opening there and there. And if you do have stenosis, you'll definitely feel the difference between extension and flexion in regards to comfort level.
So the first thing you want to avoid when you have lumbar stenosis is any prolonged extension pattern. So Brad is laying down. This is an extension pattern. Standing up with straight posture, or even leaning back is extension pattern. So oftentimes people may be standing in their kitchen reaching for a cup high in the cupboard, and they're starting to get more pain because you're in an extension pattern like this. It gets very uncomfortable over time. So try to avoid being in this position for prolonged periods of time.
Right. Other activities I experience, if you're like washing windows where it's repetition overhead, working on anything overhead on the ceiling really is uncomfortable. So lying on your stomach or prone position actually extends the low back, particularly if it's in a soft bed. That will create pain. My back is already uncomfortable. And if you go up on your elbows, that'll exacerbate it and create pain even sooner. Now we're going to go over some alternatives in just a bit, but we've got one more exercise that you really want to avoid. All right, now the two exercises we're going to go over are definitely irritant to someone with stenosis. Mike's going to do them because I don't need a backache after this. Go ahead, Mike.
So oftentimes this is called a Superman exercise because it looks like you're flying through the air like Superman. So I'm actually going into spinal extension. I'm starting prone on my stomach like this. This is somewhat extended, but not too much. But once I lift my feet up and my arms up, I'm really extending my back. This does strengthen your back muscles, yes, but if you have stenosis, it's probably going to cause pain and discomfort. Now, this goes for many exercises you may do at the gym as well, where you're extending not just in a laying down position, but even standing up.
Maybe we should show the press-up that's commonly done for people. But with stenosis, this is something you do not want to do, particularly with repetitions.
Yes, oftentimes this is an exercise prescribed for someone with a herniated disc. However, if you have stenosis, this is the opposite of what you want to be doing.
Exactly.
Now, the third thing you want to avoid is walking until you have pain. Now, with back pain, it is important to still walk, and most people enjoy it. However, you don't want to go too far into the point where it's starting to bother you. So we'll talk about some tips later on how to alleviate this.